Honestly, it's been the customer support. Their level of involvement in our business has been just phenomenal. So that's been the best thing and the most surprising thing we've found. I'm involved in change management essentially and process change, making sure that people are being efficient, not taking too much time doing manual tasks and keystrokes and so on. So we looked at consolidating 11 of our software systems into one, being Rentman, and it's been incredibly successful. So I've researched what systems to use with a lot of consultation, and then internal and external, and then essentially deployed that system with the assistance of Rentman themselves, and yeah, rolled it out, and then continuously monitored it with our team, and then have weekly calls with Rentman. Even earlier this evening was my Wednesday weekly call, so yeah, just to check in. It's made for our industry. It's bespoke for the live events production industry, which is very niche, yet it's incredibly it's amazing that it's able to cover the span of our exact business, but many businesses similar to us. And that was the key decision, but also it works. It works really, really well. They've considered it. They've got a lot of things going for it. We've used a lot of different systems. We've been going for 20 years, and in that time we've had 20 years worth of software. This is by far the most intuitive, the most considered, the most well laid out and functional system that we've used. Happens to be actually have saved us a huge amount of money as well in the process, but that was, we'll call it a bonus. We have used all kinds of systems, from Flex Rental Solutions was the most recent system that we were using, which was fantastic and really did a great job for us, but it could only get us so far. We've ended up using Salesforce in the previous 3 years to Rentman, and that was just, if I can say, it was a complete disaster. It was a lot of high hopes that just fell to the ground. So we, as part of it all, we got rid of that, and we took on Rentman, and we've adopted HubSpot as well. And HubSpot has taken over our marketing side of things and our CRM. So Rentman hasn't exclusively taken over all our systems. We're using HubSpot as well, which has been great. So they work really well hand in hand. It was overall very easy. We did it in 6 weeks, which they have told us was one of the faster times they have seen it being done. I personally managed it and oversaw that the whole process, and it did take a lot of my own personal time. At the time, it was over Christmas, but it was a joy to do, and it was a very my hand, or let's say our hands, were held throughout the entire process, and still are, to get it done. So it's been actually really, I won't say simple, but it's because it takes effort, but it's one of the most simplest deployments of a software I've ever done in 20 years. I've spoken to a lot of people who have considered Rentman, and I reach out to a lot of people who are very well connected in the industry. Premium support is the biggest tip, I would say. For the additional cost of it, it is so well worth it. It is the VIP service. I can't imagine not having it, because it has been really the best ever. But honestly, Rentman's support is by far in between their unique selling proposition that they don't tend to spruik, but it is noticeable. And apart from the product, works really well. But that's the biggest tip. The other thing is just make sure you got buy-in from all your internal stakeholders. Make sure that everyone's gonna adopt it. yeah, that's probably the single biggest thing. But again, it's a joy to do. I mean, I could put on some of my team, and they will give you the best shout from the rooftops. They're the best shout from the rooftop advocates for the product, just because they actually it's made their life a lot